Um, if you don't mind, I like to start with a personal question. As Pascal has noted when she introduced you, you were the first woman to be Director General of UNESCO. UNESCO was founded in 1945. After all these years, you were the first to be elected. And do you think you broke the glass ceiling by becoming the first DG of UNESCO? And how did you use your position to bring about gender parity in UNESCO?
Of course, I'm proud that I'm the first woman, but it doesn't mean that, and I'm very happy that after me was another woman that was elected. I think this was very important because I believe in women supporting women. I have seen during my life, my professional career, when I was younger, I have to confess that I was very much against quotas, all this talk about quotas, that positive kind of place or discrimination of women, because I thought that we are the same, we have the same qualities, and we have to achieve everything by ourselves. And then life taught me that, unfortunately, it's such a slow progress going that we need, at least as an interim kind of a measure, we really need these quotas. We need to push so that there is what I would call a critical mass of women that are there, and then it becomes natural for women and for men to occupy different positions. We see how difficult it is for women on boards. Even the European Union couldn't adopt a decision for some kind of a quota for women on boards, and it's European Union where we know that both in terms of political participation and other women are indeed quite advanced. So, and also I believe in example. I never thought that I will go to many countries and young girls will be looking at me as an example with hope. And I have been, I remember vividly in Jordan. I went to one second chance school where dropouts, young girls, dropouts were taking classes. And when I was asking what they want to be, and one of them told me, Director General of UNESCO. I was so happy. I thought this is fantastic that in some small village somewhere, somebody wants to become. And I said, of course you can. And not only there, in many parts of the world, I have seen. So if I could encourage, I was happy that I could encourage girls to think big and to albeit their backgrounds and others. What I did, first, when I came, the higher positions at UNESCO, 23% of the high positions were occupied by women. I put myself as a goal to have half of them, 50-50. First, I gave example with my senior management team. For the first time, my senior management team was half women, half men. Before that, there were women, but it was one only deputy director, usually culture or education, never science, or some of the others. So, or never, no, management, there was one before. So anyway, I achieved this. And also at director positions, even at the director positions, 63% were women. I think it was important because very many times we were getting together around the table discussing an issue, and there were women, director of the financial services or iOS or some of the others, and I think this was really very important. It gave a very different perspective for the organization. And if I couple that, and I want to mention this, because I made a big effort also to diversify geographically the organization, to have geographical distribution. And when I left, we had 167 countries represented at UNESCO against the background of a not very big staff because of the less budget constraints. I really think it was an important, but you have to be constantly on the watch if you want this to happen.
Thank you for that response. And you're right. You're so right that representation is important. An example to young girls on what they can aspire to.